In the headlines, after a short time of closure, a local business says it's back up and running. The fight is on in Raleigh this week as state lawmakers override several vetoes issued last month by North Carolina Governor Beverly Perdue, and police make an arrest in the murder of a local man who was found shot to death on the porch of a Wilson home. These stories and more coming up on NewsBreak starting now.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello and thanks for watching WHIG-TV Newsbreak, your voice in the community. I'm Marie Torres. First up in our crime report, police make an arrest in the murder of a local man who was found shot to death on the porch of a Wilson home. Early Tuesday morning, Wilson PD discovered the body of 26-year-old Jamar Clemens after responding to a call of shots fired at a home on 411 Lee Street Southwest. Police say they found Clemens' body at the bottom of the front steps to the house. Paramedics attempted to revive him but were unsuccessful. Just after 10 p.m. that night, police arrested the alleged gunman, 25-year-old DeVaris Lucas, on the 4900 block of Caswell Place West. Lucas is being held in the Wilson County Jail without bond and is due in court on Friday. A Rocky Mount man is one of 5 suspects believed to be involved in a home invasion in Enfield last month. The man, 26-year-old Marcus Bell, along with 19-year-old Diamante Harrell of Raleigh, 20-year-old Jasmine Graham of Battleboro, and 17-year-old Martavion Lynch, also of Battleboro, were all arrested for breaking into a home in the 1400 block of NC Highway 481 on June 25th. The 5th person, a 17-year-old whose name is not being released and who was also believed to be involved in the crime, was shot and killed by a resident who opened fire on all 5 suspects during the break-in. The teen was on a weekend pass from the Edgecombe Development Center, which is run by the State Juvenile Justice Department and offers courses to help youth in custody re-enter their communities. Bell, who remained at large since the incident, was finally located by Rocky Mount Police and handed over to Halifax County authorities. The 4 surviving suspects are all scheduled to be in court September 21st. Rocky Mount authorities bring down a man on their Crime Stoppers top 10 most wanted list. According to Rocky Mount Police, Monday morning they found and detained the alleged fugitive, 28-year-old Christopher Silver, as well as 24-year-old Gordon Keith Thorpe Jr. in a parked vehicle on the 1100 block of Raleigh Road. Silver was served with multiple warrants, including felony larceny, 2 counts of misdemeanor probation violation, felony flee to elude arrest, reckless driving, obtaining property by false pretenses, felony breaking and entering, larceny, speeding, and driving while license revoked. He's being held behind bars without bond. Thorpe, on the other hand, was charged with possession of marijuana, open container of alcohol, and probation violation. He's being jailed under a $25,000 bond. Your help is needed to solve several criminal cases that have occurred in the area. Local authorities with Twin County Crime Stoppers are looking for 2 unknown males who are suspects in a larceny at Party World on 1151 Hunter Hill Road in Rocky Mount. Police say Monday afternoon, one of the men pictured here in the blue jersey shirt entered the store and asked a store employee for assistance at the rear of the business. While the employee was assisting him, the second man wearing the white shirt and red hat entered the store and removed money from the cash register. He then fled on foot. The first man then walked out of the business in an unknown direction. In yet another case in Rocky Mount, the man pictured here is wanted in a breaking and entering case at a local business. Rocky Mount police say this crime occurred July 1st at Food Deals located at 725 South Church Street. And on Sunday, a local drugstore was the target of a larceny. Authorities believe the man shown here is the suspect in the crime that occurred at Walgreens on Benvenue Road. If you can identify any of these suspects or have further information into these crimes, you're urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 252-977-1111. Reward money can be given to those who have information about these cases that lead to an arrest. When we return on Newsbreak, a Wilson man dies in a fatal wreck this week, and the city of Rocky Mount is revving up for yet another exciting year for students. These stories and more right after these words.
It's back for a limited time. Every new Buick and GMC at Davenport Auto Park is being offered at the GM employee price. Combined with factory incentives, now you can drive out for up to $5,000 below dealer invoice amount. And that's not all. With Davenport's dealership for life, you can even get a free lifetime warranty. Plus free oil changes, rotations, and more for no extra charge. Employee price, rebates up to $5,000, free lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon, only at Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Still your dealership for life.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We're filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to WHIG-TV Newsbreak. I'm Marie Torres. Funeral arrangements are in order for a native legend, renowned gospel singer and pastor, Bishop F.C. Barnes. Friday at 7 p.m. will be his memorial service. Barnes' funeral will be held this Saturday at 11 a.m. Both events will be held at the Redbud Holy Church, located at 1108 Luther Street in Rocky Mount. Barnes, the founder of the church, died Monday morning at the age of 82. He was widely known for his song Rough Side of the Mountain, as well as many other hits. Barnes began singing in quartets when he was 14 years old, later to record numerous albums and receive the North Carolina Folk Heritage Award. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. The life of a Wilson man was taken in a fatal wreck Wednesday. Early yesterday morning, 52-year-old Michael Jerome Smith crashed when his 1997 Nissan pickup hit a culvert on U.S. Highway 264 alternate in Wilson County and flipped. Smith was traveling westbound on the highway when he ran off the right side of the road. As the truck overturned, he was thrown from the vehicle. A passenger in the truck, 41-year-old Timothy Spite, also of Wilson, was injured in the crash, but authorities say his injuries are not life-threatening. He's receiving treatment from Wilson Memorial Hospital. North Carolina State Troopers are investigating the crash and say speed and possibly alcohol were factors. The fight is on in Raleigh this week as state lawmakers voted to override many vetoes issued last month by North Carolina Governor Beverly Perdue. Wednesday, the legislature resumed its annual session at midday, and in less than an hour, several in North Carolina's Senate made history by overriding 6 of the governor's vetoes. The Republican majority chamber held the votes to push into law bills to support limitations of awards for malpractice victims, efforts for offshore drilling, and restrictions on environmental regulations. Their bills would also change unemployment benefits and make technical modifications to Medicaid regulations. As of now, in the North Carolina House, no votes of overrides have been scheduled. In other news, after a short time of closure, a local business says it's back up and running. Key Food Store in Rocky Mount recently underwent remodeling and is now once again reopened. Several of their customers are also making a comeback. We paid them a visit this week to hear about their famous breakfasts as well as their latest specials to celebrate their grand reopening.
We reopened, which was last Thursday, and now we have a grand opening, which you can come in now and get a free sausage biscuit with a purchase of $5. And we also have some other specials. We have the cheese biscuits, which we are famous for, and we have other things like pancakes, eggs, anything that you would probably want for breakfast. We have it here at Key Foods.
The longtime area business continues to draw this customer.
My name is Jeffrey Crudup. I've been a Key Food customer for about 20 years, and that breakfast special is the main thing I like to come get.
Some of our customers are already, coming back. The ones who now still find out that we're opening. We have some that already know we're opening. They're in every day getting their breakfast as usual. And we open at 6 a.m. in the morning, and we close at about 8:30 at night. So we have anything that you could want for breakfast, and it's all good. And I'm Miss Pat, and I've been here about 14 and a half years, and everybody knows Miss Pat. So we like for you to come on down and get your breakfast usually, and I'll be here every day, Monday through Saturday. And we also open on Sundays too, and we have our lunch brunch on Sundays from like 12 to 5 in the afternoon. We're located at 2404 South Church Street. That's right across from the tunnel, which you go under the railroad tunnel, and then we're located down the street from the stockyard.
The store that prides themselves for home cooking and grilling also sells other grocery and convenience items. The city is revving up for another exciting year for students. Coming up next month is the City of Rocky Mount's 4th annual Back to School Jump Off. The event, which is sponsored by the Rocky Mount Police Department and local schools, churches, businesses, and community agencies, will take place Friday, August 5th at the Rocky Mount Athletic Stadium. It will be from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and is geared toward children in pre-K through high school. This year's theme is Focus Forward. The event will feature performances, games, food vendors, and school supply giveaways. It's free admission. For more information or to see how you can donate school supplies, call 252-972-1436. And it's now time for our Pet of the Week.
We brought two of our own today just to show people, what you can get from rescues and shelters. I brought Charlie. He's a Shih Tzu. I got him 8 years ago. He was supposed to be a foster, but I ended up adopting him for myself.
So cute.
So he's 11 years old now, and
Aww.
I wouldn't take $1 million for him.
All right. And where again did you get him?
Shih Tzu and Fur Baby Rescue.
Okay.
I was supposed to be just a foster mom, but still have him 8 years later.
How has Charlie been for you?
Oh gosh, he's the love of my life. Like I said, I would not take if somebody came up to me today and said, I'll give you $1 million and it'll be the best home in the world, I still wouldn't do it. He has an attitude, but so do I. So we're a good match.
We don't know what he has been through.
Yeah, he went through a lot. He was abused up until he was 3 years old, so he's got a good reason to be snappy and growly.
Okay. And Shelley, tell us who you have with us.
We have Bean. He's a regular on the show. He came from Boston Terrier Rescue of North Carolina, and he is 5 years old this year, and I adopted him last year when his family had to move and they couldn't take him with them, so they had to give him up. And he's the best boy in the whole wide world. See, he knows it too. Look at his ears.
What's the importance of adopting animals, especially in this area who need homes?
They die every single day because people don't come and adopt them, and they're there through no fault of their own. Their owners get sick, they lose their jobs, they can't afford them anymore, it's not because they're bad dogs or something's wrong with them. You know, they're good dogs there, and if you just go and take a look at the Nash County Animal Shelter or the Rocky Mount Shelter, they get dogs. They get dogs all the time that are just like these guys, you know, and they'll be your best friend. You can't have a friend better than a dog. Sorry.
Especially a rescue. Rescue
Yeah, they
dogs seem to
appreciate it.
appreciate it a lot more. They seem to know they have finally gotten a home, and
Yep.
they just appreciate it. And I also want to say that this time of year,
There are a lot
babies,
of
babies, babies.
A lot of
And
puppies at the
if you go in the
shelters.
shelter, you're going to see moms in litters in just about every cage.
Yep.
So people need to please spay and neuter their pets. It's affordable now. There are low-cost clinics in the area, and it would prevent a whole lot of the killing that has to go on in these shelters.
All right. And what if some people say, well, I can't really afford to get food or such like that? Tell us, do you know any resources?
Oh yeah, the Animal Crackers has a pet food bank. You just have to check their schedule because they have it every so often, but they have tons of food there. You just have to prove that your pet that you own has been spayed or neutered, and they will donate food for you. So there are a lot of resources out there. There's low-cost spay and neuter out there now, and you know, even a couple of vets offer the $5 rabies clinic every once a month or so. So you know, it can be done. It's just try to do everything you can before you take your pet to the shelter, because you just don't know what's going to happen to them.
Yeah.
And besides the shelters, I understand there's a website as well where people can see some animals who need homes.
Oh yeah, you can check out our website, which is www.spcaanc.org, or you can always look at petfinder.com. You can search any region, any city for any breed you want.
Thank you, ladies. After the break, it's sports and weather. Stay with us.
It's back for a limited time. Every new Buick and GMC at Davenport Auto Park is being offered at the GM employee price. Combined with factory incentives, now you can drive out for up to $5,000 below dealer invoice amount. And that's not all. With Davenport's dealership for life, you can even get a free lifetime warranty. Plus free oil changes, rotations, and more for no extra charge. Employee price, rebates up to $5,000, free lifetime warranty. See if anybody beats that deal. But hurry, this offer ends soon, only at Davenport Auto Park in Rocky Mount. Still your dealership for life.
When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV NewsBreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We're filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The business center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donovan Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the country. Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Thanks for staying with us. Now here with an outlook on the days ahead is WHIG TV meteorologist Fred Holdsworth. Fred?
Difference in our temperatures today as we see that a cold front has passed through the area, and actually we can't really call this a cold front. It's more like a dew point front where the air on one side is a lot less humid than the air on the other side. The front will pass all the way through North Carolina and then stall along the North Carolina-South Carolina border by this evening. Any thunderstorm activity that we see today in North Carolina will be limited to the southern counties. Those counties along the South Carolina border would be the ones most likely to see thunderstorm activity. As we go on into the weekend looks very good for outdoor activities with temperatures in the upper 80s and lows at night in the low to mid 60s. The forecast map will show us what we can expect for today. Let's take a look at our forecast map, and first of all you'll notice that high pressure covers the Gulf of Mexico. That will suppress any tropical activity, and we did see a tropical system develop in the Bay of Campeche yesterday. That has moved onto the Mexican coast and will continue moving inland, so very little, if any, threat of that becoming a tropical depression or tropical storm. Looking at the map, we see the frontal boundary will press all the way down through the Carolinas and come to a halt right in here, and this is where the thunderstorm activity will be. Rain and thunderstorms will be over the southeast, but they will be to the south of our area, down through, say, southern North Carolina, all the way down to the Florida Peninsula, and west out to eastern Texas and southern Missouri. The severe threat for today will be in the northern plains from Montana eastward through the Dakotas and then southward into Colorado. This is where the thunderstorm, severe weather will be found, and this is in association with a warm front and a low pressure system over Montana. Going farther to the west, fair skies over the far western states, and we'll see rain on the Washington coast and then up into British Columbia. Well, let's take a look now at our forecast, and for today we'll be sunny with a high of 88 degrees. Winds will be north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight clear with a low of 62, east wind at 5. Friday sunny with a high of 87, east wind at 8. Friday night partly cloudy with a low of 60 and an east wind at 7. Saturday sunny with a high of 88, east wind at 7 miles per hour. Saturday night partly cloudy, 64 degrees for the low. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 88. Sunday night partly cloudy, 65 degrees will be our low, and Monday will be sunny with a high of 90 and a low of 70 on Monday night. 96 was our high yesterday, our low this morning 74. Only a trace of rain at our weather station during the past 24 hours. The high temperature for this date, 1954, 100 degrees. Low of 57 in 1976. The national extremes for yesterday, 108 degrees in Duncan, Oklahoma, 35 degrees was the low. That occurred at Crater Lake, Oregon. And the most precipitation in the lower 48 yesterday from a National Weather Service station, 2.59 inches at Montgomery, Alabama. And that's a look at your Tri-County weather. Now back to you.
Thank you, Fred. And with me now to talk sports is Edward Green with our sports report. Tell us what's the latest, Edward.
Well, Marie, the very latest is actually the British Open that's going on right now. If any of you may have gotten up to watch it early this morning, the coverage started at 4 a.m. over there in England, so it's very, very early. But we got some results for you right now, as well as the leader in the clubhouse. But first, we're going to get to something that actually occurred when most people were actually up in the morning.
Okay, all right.
Well, after a thrilling victory Sunday against Brazil, the United States women's soccer team came out on Wednesday hoping to escape a letdown game against the surging French squad. The Americans were looking to make their first trip to the finals since 1999, and the French were looking to go for the first time ever in women's play. With wet conditions making things slick on the pitch, we go straight to the 9th minute as Heather O'Reilly will break away from the defense down the left side, and she is going to take it and hit a beautiful cross here for Lauren Cheney in the box, and just like that, it's 1-0 USA. Another fast start just like against Brazil, and as you can see, Cheney is onside and just taps it in with her foot, and the mob scene ensues. But the U.S. would actually go the next 50 minutes without a shot on goal. 23rd minute, France trying to respond off a free kick, but the shot misses just high off the crossbar. And with the French surging, though, in the second half, Sonia Bonpastor works the ball to the left side and centers it into the box and misses Gaten Thinney, but leads to indecision by goalie Hope Solo and allows the ball to trickle into the net. And that little trickiness just never lets Solo have a chance. An excellent strike there. Great touch by Bonpastor. Game on as we're 1-1. 79th minute, Cheney taking the corner kick for the U.S. and as happened against Brazil, there's Abby Wambach again with the header flying to just the right spot. An excellent strike there, but the Americans were not done yet. Just 3 minutes later, youngster Alex Morgan, the youngest player on the team, surges ahead, and then apropos, as we mentioned with the British Open starting today, just takes a little lob wedge over the French keeper. 5 of Alex Morgan's 8 international goals have come in the 80th minute or later, and this one is no exception. And that puts the U.S. through to 3 with a score of 3-1, and they will face off against Japan, and that game will be in Frankfurt at 2 p.m. on our side of the pond. And on to baseball here, and post-58 season is over, unfortunately. The last team to beat them in the regular season does so again in the second round of the playoffs. Wayne County won Friday at Rocky Mount 7-5, then won in Mount Olive on Saturday 6-5. Post-58 finished the season 17-7, so a tough way to end their season, Marie. But as we said, we do have a British Open update, and that would be that Thomas Bjorn is leading the Open right now at 5 under par, so the conditions obviously not getting too much to him. There are a couple guys on his trail, including Miguel Jimenez at -4. And just actually into our studios, a judge has declared a mistrial in the Roger Clemens perjury case, citing inadmissible evidence was shown to the jurors.
Wow.
So it looks like the charges are going to be thrown out against Clemens when it looked like the defense had a pretty good case, but as seems to happen lately, the defense just can't seem to get it all together sometimes.
Yeah, it has been happening.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Edward.
No
Great
problem, Ray.
reporting.
Yep.
And that's all for us here today on Newsbreak. Join us next week for more news that's impacting the community. For WHIG TV, I'm Marie Torres. We'll see you next time.